This is how sports is a good way to make money. Check this out. Check this out. Let's see if he answers.
Yo.
Hey, I got a I got a bet for you on today's game. $100.
Alright, but look.
All right, not on who, but $100 that Salah doesn't score today.
Come on, man. But I got a counter bet though.
Okay, let me hear it.
Everything.
Everything. You Liverpool me Barca?
Everything on that bet.
All right, I'll take that. But look, are you sure? Barca's 3-0.
Positive, man.
All right, that sounds good to me, man. I feel like that's a losing bet for you and a winning bet for me. Like, I'll take it.
Hey, like my cousin Justin Bieber says, never say never, dog.
What? All right, man. Okay, I'm good. I want to tell you guys a story. It's a childhood story, pretty much. It was a group of 6 people, and we were all friends, right? 4 of them came from wealthy families. Their parents were rich, I want to say, yeah. Me and some other guy, we weren't so fortunate. We were poor, I guess. I didn't realize that. I didn't pay attention to this, but one thing in my life changed my whole perspective of life, pretty much. And this is when I realized money was something that really affects your like social life, I guess. It really does affect your life, you know, just mentally. It makes you think of different things. It makes you think of like see a different perspective of the world. One summer, I remember one of our rich friends was gonna go to his summer home. So they had 2 homes. I don't know if anybody knows where Michael Jordan lives, but it's Highland Park and he's got his mansion over there. That neighborhood is really nice, and they were planning on all going there. He was planning on taking all his friends, but then his parents said, I was excited, by the way, oh sure, like you and these other 3 guys, 3 other friends can go along, can come along, but these 2 other of your friends can't. And I asked why, and the answer was pretty shocking. I'm not gonna lie, especially for like your friend's parents telling you that you can't go with them because you're not rich. You know, your family isn't rich. You guys are poor. I thought it was crazy and it blew my mind. So I'm not gonna mention anybody's names. We'll just call my second poor friend's name. We'll just call him Eli. So me and Eli, this summer, we decided to, I guess we're poor, so let's make some money. So our idea was to make money during the summer. That way, we can go to our friend's house and not be judged for being poor. We'll have money, and they'll have to accept us, right? That was our idea. So we did that. We opened our own business, which was pretty much take our old video games that we don't play anymore, sell them. Unfortunately, we didn't know anything about, you know, how to run a business. We failed miserably because we set up our stand out there, our little shop of video games. We had no business whatsoever. Nobody came and bought anything. I think of it as kind of hilarious, but at the same time you're like thinking like, why did it fail? Well, because of these reasons. We didn't know anything about like marketing or promoting or whatever, so we failed miserably. We made no money at all whatsoever. But at one point we just started a kind of like a cyber cafe. I don't know if you've ever been to one of those, but we started something like that, but with consoles. So people would come in, play some video games, whatever we had. Started successfully at first because, you know, it gathered people from the neighborhood and, you know, to come together, play. Yeah, me and Eli, we went our separate routes. He successfully started his own business, and well, I'm here trying to start mine. Yes, I know, Anna. Yes, I know. I know. Yeah. Yeah. I know what this looks like. It looks funny, right? It's like I'm fishing for Annas right now. I just wanted to read a quick one of my favorite poems. It's a poem by Robert Frost, and this poem got me, I want to say it made me question things when I was young. Again, I already told you my story about me and Eli, what happened to both of us. 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down, one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Right there, that last line. I love poems. I don't know why. It's the messages once you break down the poem. At first, they don't make sense, but once you break it down, then they start to make sense. And I mean, I never realized that I liked poems. I remember reading poems in school, and I was like, well, this is dumb, like most people think. But then, as you know, there were some classes where the teacher, together as a class, we broke down the poems, and then I was like, whoa, that's really what they're saying. That's really cool. But the last sentence right there, I took the one that's traveled by, and that has made all the difference. That got me always thinking, like, I don't know, what I pictured was just like, a route that you take maybe in in life. This is how I'm thinking it as. You can either choose the long way or the short way, depending on how difficult one road is to the other. There's always stories especially in mythology, where it's like the shortest route. It may look like the easiest route, but it's the most difficult. You have to go through a bunch of pain and stuff, loss. And the longer route is like, yeah, it might be long, but if you're patient enough, you get to your destination safely, whereas the other one is more dangerous. Now I realize that, how your parents tell you, like, study hard and stay in school? Is that what we need to do? Because sometimes having money is important, So I ask myself this question: is the love of money really the root of all evil? Or is the lack of money the root of all evil? Because if you think about it, money does run the world. Money is power. Here's the thing about that. Money can be power, but you know what can be more powerful? Financial education, because money eventually runs out. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't know anything about financial education, then it's kind of pointless, isn't it? It's kind of like saying, now I'm going to relate this to soccer just because it's the closest thing that I can relate it to, and it made sense to me. It's like you getting a coaching job. They give you a team full of superstars, full of good players, but you have no idea, you have no education in like how to be a coach, how to, do formations, how to use those players. What's the point of having the best players in the world if you don't know anything about the game? They're going to be worthless. So it's kind of the same thing with money. What's the point of having so much money if you have no education in how to use it? The thing about school is that it doesn't teach you anything about financial, and I realized that because I was like, wait. School didn't teach me anything about like finance. It taught me about like scholastic and professional skills, yes. In the long run, like, how am I gonna know how to, use my money properly? So I question school sometimes, and that's not a bad thing. You should stay in school and you should study hard, like your parents say. But I question so many of my teachers, because now I'm stuck here trying to start this business, and all I know is the things school taught me, but it's not what I need right now. We just got through a hard workout, and you know what? It's like 12. It's about to be 1, and I just finished doing a workout. It only took me about 40 minutes around there, because people tend to waste their time at the gym looking at their phone and stuff, when you could be destroying your muscles for them to rebuild more. I don't know, there's a whole process of working out, and people just don't understand it. I just don't like it. I just wanted to say that I don't like it when people say there isn't enough time for me to work out, when there is. Clearly, someone like me doesn't have that kind of time to go during the day. So what do? I come around midnight at a 24/7 workout anytime gym. Look at that, 24/7. It doesn't say anything, but you can't probably see it, but it does say workout anytime. There you go. That's all it takes, 40 minutes to get a good workout. One thing I like to say is that physical exercise is for your health, while financial education is for your wealth. So I work out both my body and mind. Jesus, man. Come on. Come on, no. Wait.
Very clever play. He knows that. He's standing in front of him. He's blocking him.
No. Come on. No! No! Why? God. Man. What are you guys doing? What are they doing, Anna? Come on. Is that even allowed? God. What are you guys doing? I can't believe it. I had everything. Everything on you guys.
I have never seen anything like this. I've played at Anfield and it's been a superb atmosphere. This is something different tonight.
Oh.
This is special. From the
Oh no.
every single player.
Oh no, 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 no!
Because you've witnessed something special tonight. It's been incredible from the
No! And that's how I pretty much lost everything. Everything I owned. Ooh. Piece of cookie. Not bad. Sup, Anna? What you doing there?